Hello there, Taurus, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today I'm doing your November general reading. We'll take a look at the overall energy with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for some more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create, I would really appreciate it if you would consider like, sharing, or subscribing. Okay, let's get into your reading. Let's take a look at your Soul Traveler's Oracle card. Let's see what we have coming up for you in November. Protected by angels. You are cherished by the angels. So, sometimes this card comes out when we're going through a difficult time. And it's just this energy of knowing that the angels are there by your side, and going ahead and, talking to your angels, your spirit guides, allowing them to take your worries away, and then journey by moonlight. Believe in magic. See, there's something good coming on your path, Taurus. So if you feel kind of stuck or just unsure right now, it's, sometimes when we get into that energy, we feel like we've been forgotten by the universe. And it's like, no, you haven't been forgotten. Your angels and spirit guides are always with you. And it's about staying in that positive energy of believing in magic, knowing that magical things are coming your way. Okay, so let's take a look at your Wisdom Oracle cards. Oh, interesting. Round and round. So, kind of like a repeating pattern of something. It could be that it is time for you to leave a situation. All that glitters to me is about, false mask, inauthentic relationships, situations, belief systems, whatever. There's something here that it's time to leave. And so it could be, a romantic relationship, or it could just be you changing your belief system about money, or, glittery things, the need to acquire glittery things. But we have the mending card here. So I feel like you are possibly leaving something that you thought was a true romantic relationship or the perfect job, something like that. Like you're recognizing now that it was all a facade, and you're trying to mend your heart. But one of the things is that you're having this pattern of things coming to you that are not for you. It's about looking at that pattern and recognizing why it is that you may keep attracting jobs, situations, people, romantic relationships that are inauthentic, that are really not for you. Okay, so let's take a look. I haven't been doing this, but I feel I'm being called to do a past. So we'll do past, present energy, area of resistance or obstacle, advice from spirit, and then the outcome. I usually don't do the past, but I definitely feel the need to do one here. Okay, Two of Cups. Yeah. Now this is a general reading. So it is a relationship, a soulmate relationship. It could be a business partner, or it could be a romantic relationship. This is your past energy. And I have a feeling that this is perhaps what you found to be inauthentic. Something that you thought was authentic, was the real thing, and now, you either are coming into enlightenment about that it isn't, or you recently have perhaps found that it isn't. Ten of Pentacles, you're looking for something that's long term. This is also the happy family card, or a job that you think is, really the best job, something you're going to do for the rest of your life. So your area of resistance is the Empress. Wow, this is, the Empress is an energy of nurturing yourself, nurturing those that are around you, being in a nurturing environment. Very interesting because this is your area of resistance or your obstacle. So I would say we're going to come back and clarify these, but it seems as though you may be staying in situations that are not nurturing to you, that you think are going to be nurturing, and then they end up not being nurturing. Your advice is King of Wands, getting into an energy of knowing what it is that you want for yourself and going for it and not caring if somebody follows you or not. If it's, a career or a job, it's about, or a business that you're wanting to start. It's kind of like, yeah, no, I know what I want, and I'm following my heart, and I'm going to go in that direction. If it's a relationship, it's kind of like, yeah, I'm standing up for myself. I know what I want. I want a passionate, emotional relationship. This is a lot of passion, whether it is either in a career or a relationship situation. It's about being really passionate about it, and having that passion be, reciprocated in some way. So let's see what the outcome is. 7 of Pentacles, putting your time and energy into things that matter to you. 6 of Cups. So, this is the energy of somebody or something from the past. 9 of Swords, yeah. All up in your head about something from the past. We have the Knight of Cups and the Moon. Yeah. You're having a hard time finding the person, the situation that brings in the love. Okay, so let's go clarify here. Let's clarify and get some more details. Let's see, this 2 of Cups, 10 of Swords, yeah, difficult ending, 4 of Wands. It was something that you thought was going to last, something that you thought was, once again, it had a facade, whether it's a person or a situation or a job or a career or a business. It had a facade to it. It wasn't everything that you thought it was going to be. And for some of you, you're seeing that this is just a pattern that happens over and over again. There's something, is it raccoons that are attracted to shiny things? It's like there's a pattern here that you need to look at about being attracted to shiny things. Because what is occurring, and this may not resonate with everybody, but what may be occurring is that it's not really what you want. What's underneath all of that glittery gold on the top is a pile of dirt, right? I mean, it's just a fake facade. It's not a whole pile of money. It's just some gold has been sprinkled on top of a pile of mud. But you're attracted to the gold. And for some of you, you may jump into it a little bit too quickly because you're not taking perhaps the time to scrape away the top layer or the top 2 or 3 layers to find out that there's only mud underneath there. Like you're almost like jumping in. Like I'm getting this image of just, like a kid jumping into a big pile of leaves, like a big pile of gold. Like you're jumping in maybe a little bit too quickly. Like you believe in magic, you believe in miracles, but you may not be taking the time to delve in. So you're picking either partners, jobs, careers, whatever this may mean to you, this Two of Cups. You're picking relationships based on what you think that they are instead of what they really are. Like, you know, would you still want this pile here if you knew it was all mud and then just some gold sprinkled on top, right? Would you want that? Or do you want something that's authentic, true gold, a whole pile of true gold? And I'm not saying it has to be not gold, but something that's true and authentic, not a facade placed on top of it, right? And what happens is that then you find out that it's just a facade, and the ending comes crashing in. And then you have to start again. It's like, okay, you have to start again in finding a love, a new love. So it's kind of like, you know, this isn't going to resonate with everybody, but definitely there's some that need to hear that it's taking... Let's go to this because I'm kind of getting another message too that might resonate with some of you, that you may not be trusting in magic. That you're assuming that every relationship has mud underneath it. But the miracle is that there's somebody coming onto your path that is solid gold, or an offer, or because this is a general reading, so I'm trying not to make it too much of a love reading, but there's a person, situation that's coming onto your path. It's taking some patience. It's, I think the message here is that you have been attracting a lot of people that have the facade. There's a facade. You've been attracted to the glittery facade for some reason. It's as soon as you recognize why you're attracted to the glittery facade and you're willing to, for some of you, you're wanting the facade. Okay, you're wanting the facade. You're wanting the facade. That's what I got. Okay, let's see where this goes. Queen of Cups, the Emperor on the bottom. You're wanting something that's stable, long-lasting. We have the Temperance card here. It's taking a while. You're trying to stay perhaps in an energy of loving yourself. We have Emperor on the bottom. All right, let's go to the Empress. There's something about facade, but I'm getting mixed messages about it. Okay, let's just clarify all that glitters. Walking away, 8 of Swords. Wow. 3 8s. High Priestess. All right, Taurus, I think part of it I think you're having a spiritual awakening. I think you're realizing you've put on the facade. You're putting on the facade. For some of you, you're putting on the facade because you're concerned. It's not true. But you have for some reason felt like you were the pile of mud. So you put on a facade of what you thought others wanted from you or wanted to love. And you hid your true self. But that only gets you so far in a relationship, right? And then when somebody really wants to get to know you and the facade starts chipping away, right? Or you have to literally take this cloak of gold off and open up your heart of what you're perceiving as mud to this person, you decide, I'm just running away. I'll just leave. Because I don't want anybody to see what's underneath the facade. And the reason, is because you've had your heart broken. Somebody in the past, and this isn't going to resonate for everybody, but somebody in the past didn't love you for who you really are, right? They may have even told you, like when you were a child or something, that you were just a pile of mud, or, you weren't worthy of love, or you were, not attractive, or not gifted, or not talented. And so in order to protect your heart, right, you put on a facade of something that you aren't, of what you thought others would want and would love. But then when you get to the intimate part of a relationship, and I don't mean just the physical part, but like the emotional part, right? Where you're opening up your hearts to each other, that's when you're kind of like, yeah, I can't go there. I mean, you may not say that to them, but, you may in some ways sabotage the relationship in order to not have to become truly intimate. Now, it could be, Taurus, that this is you, this energy is you, or it could be the person that you're dealing with, okay? So if you're in a relationship, right, you could be dealing with that. Or you could be attracting that same type of energy. You're recognizing the pattern that, like, I want something long term, right? If I keep either wearing the facade or I go for people that are wearing a facade, I'm never going to get the long-term intimate connection, right? The Queen of Cups is full of love for herself and for those that are around her. It's about stepping into loving yourself, whether you're a pile of mud, which Taurus you aren't, but like owning who you are. Mud has, even if you're a pile of mud, I'm going to take that back. Say you're a pile of mud. Mud has a lot of benefits. We have mud masks, people soak in mud. It's grounding. Like, it's just, you may feel like you grew up and somebody said, oh, you're just a pile of mud. I only love piles of gold. Oh, it could have something to do with, if you think about it, mud doesn't cost as much as gold. Like, you feel like you're worth as a person, like you feel like you have to have the glittery covering because it's a worth more than mud. But it's about stepping into this nurturing. What it has happened at some point is that you didn't have the nurturing of the true person that you are. Somebody didn't nurture, didn't love this true person that you are. So you have not learned to actually love yourself. You're actually choosing people that don't love you because you haven't chosen yourself. I mean, look at this. This is 3/8. This is part of your spiritual journey. This is about about recognizing your true worth as a person, as a soul. Recognizing that this experience in the past, it's about recognizing it and then taking action to leave this behind. Okay? It's about taking action, about recognizing that you are worthy. You're worthy of love. You're worthy of somebody that loves you for who you truly are, and that is exactly what you want, even though you're trying to cover it up. But the first step is really to love who you really are. It's about being willing to take that facade off and say, yeah, this is who I really am. And, I only want to be with people that accept me for who I am, that aren't trying to make me feel like I need to be dressed up in gold. Let's see what the Empress has. Yeah, you've had a lot of conflict. You're really conflicted up in your head about this. I feel like your soul is reaching out to you and saying, like if you're resonating with this message, it's because your soul has been saying to you, yeah, I don't feel like I am who I really want to be, whatever that means to you. There's been a lot of conflict, a lot of drama. You've put up this barrier because you have been through one situation after another where you felt like you weren't worthy, that, you may have been putting on a facade and therefore attracting people that were only wearing a facade. So all of your relationships would have been very shallow, not intimate at all. And yet, down deep, what you really want is something that's long-term. You know that a shallow relationship is not going to go the distance. And whether that's a romantic relationship, a friend, even family relationships or a work relationship, like the relationship cannot go long-term. And a lot of relationships, even if they are authentic, can expire, but shallow ones expire so much more quickly. King of Wands, we have the 6 of Swords, 3 of Cups, Ace of Swords, 2 of Wands. It's about deciding what it is that you want, getting really passionate about who you are. The King of Fire beats to his own drum, okay? Gender doesn't matter. I'm just saying that because it's the king. But it's about beating to your own drum and appreciating, being passionate about who you truly are and not worrying about any of this facades, leaving it behind, leaving the facades behind and celebrating you. Getting into this, energy of, yes, this is who I am. This is my truth. This is my truth. And I'm stepping into it. And I'm proud of it. And if you want to follow me, here I am. I'm beating my drum. I'm going on my path. And if you like who I am, you can join me. And if you don't, that's fine. I'm ready to go on my own. And you're not going to be on your own because look at, you have these miracles. That's what I was having trouble with. You have these miracles. Yeah, cleansing waters. Look at this. It's about leaving the facade behind, dropping the gold cloak, right? Look at all of this, Taurus. Yeah, I feel like for a lot of you, you may feel like I'm going to be alone. If I drop this facade, say you have a group of friends and your group of friends like to get dressed up and I don't know, go to clubs. I don't know. People do that right now. But anyway, go out and party or something like that. And down deep inside, you're like, I really don't like to party anymore. You know what I really like to do? I like to work in my garden. You know, it's about allowing yourself to drop who you think everybody wants you to be and realize, okay, I may have to go alone for a little bit until I find my new soul tribe. But look at this, Taurus. Like, your angels really want you to know they are there with you. If you have been thinking about going on your own, like realizing I'm not living my true authentic self, I have to go live my true authentic self. It's your angels want you to know they are there. You are not going to be alone. And you will come to a new soul tribe very quickly. Yeah. I mean, you have miracles, gates of triumph, journey by moonlight. I mean, oh my goodness. Yeah, it's beautiful. This is a true, authentic love wanting to come in. And whether that, once again, is a work relationship or something, this is authentic. This is downright authentic that wants to come in. It's about working with your angels, your spirit guides, listening to your heart to create the life that you really want, and nurturing yourself, like being really proud of, I'm putting my time and energy not into all of this facade stuff anymore. I'm putting my time and energy into me and creating the life that I want. The Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles to me is like a gift from the universe. It's something tangible that comes along on your path. It's that new job offer. It's, a romantic date with a true, authentic person, right? It's like when you step into your energy of loving yourself for who you are, being willing to put that facade down, it's like you walk through these gates of triumph almost immediately. Oh my goodness. All right. One step ahead is all you need. Yeah, Taurus, it's like taking that one step. It's like if your friends or your family or want to go and do something and you're kind of like, no, I really don't want to go do that, right? It's kind of like saying, yeah, I really don't want to do that. I'm staying home. I'm going to work in my garden. It's about maybe just taking that first step. For some of you, it's if somebody asks you out that meets this facade-ish type of energy, like you're attracted to them because of the clothes that they wear or the car that they drive or something like that, because that's what you think, or who you were in the past may have thought, yeah, well, if they drive a fancy car, then they're, worth going out with, because I only can be with people that drive a fancy car because that's what my friends or my family says, right? And then somebody asks you out and they fit the facade and you're kind of like, wait a minute, I keep going to that facade. I want to look deeper. Excuse me. Okay, it's about getting into gratitude. Ambush fear with your ferocious dream. It's about listening to your heart. You are living poetry. It's definitely about listening to your heart. Take off the gold cloak. Take off the gold cloak. Recycle. Learn from the past and apply it to creating your vision of the future. Yeah, it's about, okay. Looking at all the times that you wore a facade or attracted people that wore a facade. It's taking a look at all of that and saying, yeah, look at how can I take that lesson? You've recognized the lesson, and now what can I do to move forward and be more authentic and attract more authentic people? So you can have a deep, intimate connection, because that's what you're longing. I mean, it is what you're longing for. Well, Taurus, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you much love and light in this situation. Be compassionate with yourself as, you're kind of like looking at, who your true authentic self is and allowing that person to shine, right? And getting into that vibration of only putting your time and energy into other people's situations that are also authentic, and listening to you and your drum that celebrate you and your drum. Really lovely message here. And if you did resonate with it, I would really appreciate it if you would consider sharing, or subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon, Taurus. Bye for now.